we are playing some Dungeon Crawl Classics. This is actually a module based on Robert E. Howard's story, Conan's story, called Tower of the Elephant. The module was written by someone named Thulsa and edited by Wesley Connally. I found this online a few years back. It was written for 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons, so we're just going to kind of modify it slightly. But in the beginning here, the two, well, I guess we could say heroes, maybe. I don't know. Dustin Grimdale, Crystal's characters. You guys are in the temple district of Arenjun, which is Zamora's notorious City of Thieves. In the center of the city is the glittering tower. This tower is said to house a fabulous jewel called the Heart of the Elephant. And the City of Thieves, though, all the thieves there, they avoid the tower. They fear its master, a sorcerer named Yara, who is said to be over 300 years old. So, unfortunately, it's about 1 a.m. and you had been involved in kind of some drunken braggery. You and several other kind of, we'll say, people. And you've all now bragged to say that you could actually recover this Heart of the Elephant. It is a large jewel, basically priceless, and from what, since you have a wizard in your group there, what Grimdale has known of this thing, you've definitely heard rumors that this is an incredibly powerful magical device. So you've approached the tower and you're kind of standing on the outskirts of it. So it's about 150 or so feet tall. It looks like it's made more or less of solid silver, except for the very top of it. So the tower is just straight up at about 150-foot mark. There's a domed ceiling or domed like covering that looks like so it almost looks like a mushroom, but not quite that big on top. This dome is covered in jewels, and you know, you've been here during the day, that you can't even look in the direction of the tower during the day when the sun's out because of the reflection from the jewels. But the tower itself is centered in a courtyard, and there's basically two courtyards. There's the tower itself, and then it goes out about 150 or so feet to a walled around, wall that circles around the tower, and then there's another about 100-foot or so wide courtyard that goes to another wall. So it's like a double wall, and you're standing outside the first of the walls right now. And you can give us a little intro to your characters and let us know what you want to do.
Yeah, so I am bringing back Dust and Grimdale, who were in another Daniel's adventure. They were in a church together, and they've kind of recuperated from that and have agreed to never talk about it ever again so long as they live. And so, yeah, so now here they are outside this tower. Dust is thinking that just a wall is too simple, like just climbing that. So Dust is thinking there's probably traps, but if Grimdale has told him that this artifact is supposedly magic and stuff, Dust would give Grimdale the chance to check it over first to see if he can see anything magical about these walls or anything, and of course Grimdale, being the powerful wizard he is and loving all things arcane, would oblige and see if these walls have any kind of magical defenses or anything like that about them.
Okay, perfect. So before we do that, just give me a D8 roll for each character to see what you may have heard as far as rumors.
Okay. Let's see. Grab D8. All right, Dust is on a 6.
Okay, so Dust has heard that the wizard has one known weakness. He can only die if he is slain with a silver dagger, blessed by a priest of Ishtar, which is a local god, what they call a patron.
Blessed Ishtar. Okay.
Yeah, a silver dagger blessed by Ishtar. And what about Grimdale? What has he heard?
And Grimdale has heard 7.
7. Yara, who is the wizard, once killed a foreign prince by turning him into a spider and then crushing the spider under his heel.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yara, you said?
Yara is the I'll put it in the chat. It's Y-A-R-A. Y-A.
Yara. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Let me look through my spells here. Sorry, I was writing down my notes so I'd keep those things in mind. I want to see in my spells, do I know any spells that can turn a man into another creature? I don't have any spells that really do that. I have cantrip. Cantrip can make like weird little stuff.
Well, if you want to make a D20 test, like an intelligence check, so D20 plus your int, and we'll see if you may have heard of such a spell.
Okay. 19. That was a great waste of that.
Yeah, you have 100% heard of such a spell, and then probably are quite interested in learning it. It is often referred to as the polymorph spell.
Yeah, such a powerful spell would be great to add to one's repertoire. Grimdale thinks, he could turn himself into like an eagle and fly to faraway towns and such, or, something like that would be really cool. So, yeah. Either way, Grimdale right now is he's going to check on this first wall here. And he's going to see if there's any kind of hints of magic, maybe some writing somewhere, or just like the touch of the wall itself. If it feels at all like I guess he could touch it. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of hover his hand above it a little bit before he touches it. Just detect any kind of arcane field or something.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the wall, is pretty wide. It has a large circumference. You do know, and you're not near there right now, that there is like an entrance gate. So you could probably check out like a portion of the wall that's opposite that or away from that without having anybody see you. But if you want to go closer to the gates to check that out, then there is a chance that one of the guards might spot you. But we'll say that you're not there right now and you're checking. You can just roll a d20, I guess, like a search check. Yes.
Okay. And I rolled a 9 plus 2, total of 11.
All right.
My intelligence is plus 2.
What is it?
My intelligence is a plus 2. It's a 6.
Okay. Oh, perfect. So yeah, so you're searching. I mean, you don't. The wall itself doesn't feel like it feels like a solid wall. I mean, it doesn't feel like the wall itself is vibrating with any kind of magical aura or anything like that. When you're maybe like inscriptions on the wall that would prevent entrance and stuff, and you don't see anything like that. At least not on kind of the backside or the sides of it, away from the main gate. You don't see any kind of magical wards. Looks just like a regular wall. The wall, by the way, is about 15 feet tall.
It's only like 15 foot tall?
It's about a 15-foot tall wall. Yeah.
It's not too bad. All right. If we're kind of out from the wall, are there any, like, say, trees or anything that, or maybe like a tall rock or something that dust could climb up and, like, maybe look at the wall enough to see, like, or to see if there are any, like, guards on patrol? Or, like, I mean, like, is it like
over the wall?
like
Yeah, it's on a hill. So even if you were to go back a bit and then climb onto a rock or a small tree or whatever, you would be below the wall, so you wouldn't be able to see. You'd have to climb up on the wall probably to see that. You do know this though, because you can see it from a distance, that this wall is about 15 feet tall. The interior wall, which is set back further, is about 25 feet tall. So it's kind of like staggered. And you probably, I mean, you could definitely see if you just kind of look around. You definitely see a couple of what look like kind of mercenary type guys, with like swords on their side and crossbows by the gate. Like standard looking guards, but they don't seem to be patrolling. At least on the outside, they're just standing by the gate. To look inside, you'd have to climb the wall probably.
So how thick is is the wall like a thick wall that like guards could like walk upon, or is it like a brick wall?
No, you don't. I mean, you could theoretically walk on it, but it's not designed as such. The walls may be about 2 feet thick.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's what I was wondering. All right, cool. Okay, so let me see here. All right, so Grimdell. Okay, spider climb. Spider climb can only be used on yourself, right? You can't cast it on a friend. I
believe that is true. Yes.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any magical wards, so yeah, I think the easiest thing to do at this point, Grimdale will tell Dust to just stay put for a second, and he's going to go ahead and cast Spider Climb on himself. So first I'll roll it to see. I don't have it pulled up, so.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah. I rolled a 19 again. Yay.
Hey.
And with my spell modifier is a +8. So that's
nice.
27.
That's a good roll.
So when he casts this, the mercurial effect goes off, and his I'm going to say he steps out of his shoes first because he's probably used this spell before. Yeah. And so his hands and his feet begin to ooze with like this sticky like goo, and then it says for spider climb. Mm-hmm. Manifestation is instead of rolling as normal on a spell check, the wizard's roll die is improved by 1 step on the dice chain.
Yeah, I mean, you already rolled it and got a 19. I probably wouldn't re-roll it. So
yeah, I'm not going
to. Yeah, let's stick with what you got. Because actually, you got 27. So that's actually very good. I don't know if you looked it up already, but actually, the caster and 1 ally touched, so you can actually do something else. Gain the actual climbing ability of a spider, even when using gloves and shoes and when carrying objects in hands. The caster and his ally can hang upside down, climb completely vertical surfaces with no handholds, move across spider webs, even scurry along upside down at obtuse angles. The caster and his affected ally move at the normal speeds, need never make climb checks, and are immune to spider web spells. So, how long does it last? Is the question. Duration: 1 turn per caster level. What level are you?
Level 6.
Oh, okay, good. See, that's like an hour. So yeah, you got time for sure. And unlike some of the lower manifestations of this or castings of this, you can actually like hold stuff in your hands. And so some of the lower rolls, you can't actually hold stuff in your hands. So
nice.
That is very good. Oh, yeah.
So Dust is like. Dust is like swinging his grappling hook around. And he's about to cast it, and then Grimdale's all like, "Oh wait, I got this time." And he casts his spider thing, and Dust is like, "Wow, this is like sweet, so much better."
Yeah, I'd say so.
I was going to do this.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, if you want to make your way up to the wall.
Okay, so Dust will climb up first, and
push to the top, but you can peek it.
Once they get about, they'll each peek over. That'll be fun, and peek and see what they can see.
Cool.
No one will be suspecting to like look up at the wall because
Yeah. I'm assuming you're like at the backside, away from the gates. Is that true?
Yeah,
So, right. Okay.
yeah, probably.
All right. So let me just pull this up. I'm just going to read that like a kind of like box text. See, so I like my box text. Yeah. Or the elephant. Let's see what we see here. Nope, that's not it. All right. The shimmering shaft of the tower rises frostily in the stars. In the sunlight, it shines so dazzlingly that few can bear its glare. Men say it's built of silver. So it's round, slim, perfect cylinder, 150 feet in height. This is a tower. Its rim glitters in the starlight with great jewels which crust it. The tower stands among waving exotic trees of a garden raised high above the general level of the city. A high wall encloses the garden, although you probably can't see that from where you're at. So the outside wall is a lower level, which is the one you're climbing now. Likewise enclosed by a wall. You don't see any movement or anything like anybody patrolling that you can see, at least at this moment. Let me take a quick check though to see. There is. Okay, yeah. So you don't see anybody right now patrolling on this side of the. I mean, it's the sun, the moon's out, but it's actually relatively dark. Like it's not a full moon. So, and this is on the side of the wall is basically. It's not really a forest, but it's got a lot of trees and stuff. So it's hard to see if anything's really walking around, but you don't see any lanterns or anything like that. So you're pretty confident that there's nothing, at least in your general area.
Okay.
Like you got about 100 foot or so direct line. If you were to just jump off this wall and go to the other wall, you got about 100 foot of walking through the woods.
Okay. So no way we're gonna make it to the other wall with spider climb, right?
Oh yeah, sure you can. You got an hour. I mean that probably took like
like an hour?
Yeah, you got
Oh,
six
nice.
turns. Yeah, you got it for a while.
Oh, 6 turns. I thought it was 6 rounds.
Oh no, you totally I mean you've only spent like a minute so far. So you're
Okay, yeah. So yeah, they'll totally just like quickly climb down, like sort of towards the trees, so they can stay hidden, and then they'll like, quickly just dart their way across the yard and begin to climb that second fence, and again, peek their heads over.
Awesome. Yeah. So you totally, I mean, you've got you're able to move at your normal speed. So you shoot right over the wall, down on the ground, your speed's like 30 or whatever. So like it takes you 3 rounds, just like less than a minute to cross this area. Even being quiet will say it takes you, less than 5 minutes to get over there. And you've got about a 25-foot wall in front of you. It looks similar to the other wall. It's just taller.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm not even going to take time to check it this time. Just, the first wall wasn't magical, whatever. Let's hope this one's not either. And yeah, they'll totally start to climb it.
Nice. Yeah. So you put your hands on the second wall, and it feels much like the first wall. It's a kind of a standardized, standard, strongly built, but a standard rock wall, and you're able to climb right up to the top, about 25 feet or so. This one's a little bit thicker, maybe 3 foot thick, but still, you don't think you'd see anybody on patrol, like walking on the wall. And you're looking down into, another area of kind of thick trees and stuff, and you see the tower. There's probably about an area, maybe less than 10 feet, like just of like dead earth, like right around the tower itself. But the forest like goes like, pretty much right to it within 10 feet of it. And then it just like stops dead. There's nothing growing on the ground right in front of the tower. As far as you can tell, it looks like sand basically. Yeah. And you don't see a door to get in because the door is on the other side, you assume, because you came from the back.
Okay, so is there sand all around the tower?
Yes, as far as you can tell. I mean, from the angle that you're at, you can see about at least half of the tower, standing on the wall, and there's sand is basically all around it. Yep.
Okay.
The forest ends and the sand goes.
As a player, my first thought is that this is some kind of quicksand. But I want to meta. So is there would my characters have experience with anything like that?
You want strawberry jam?
I mean, they're
Do you want some strawberry jam?
Yes, please.
Here.
So they're pretty high level.
Yeah. I think that you'd be cautious. Sure. I mean, you've been around.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's see. Got to think of a quick little plan here.
So you've got about 150 feet of forest to get through to before you get to this sand area. But yeah. But you said you got like forest and then you got the sand.
How far could like a character jump? Like if they can jump.
You don't think you could? I mean, if you ran and jumped, you might make it to the tower. Can you do a spider climb? I would say that you could you're gonna have to make a strength check, probably like a DC to jump 10 feet. Let's say a DC 15 strength check. And if you make that, you'll be able to.
Grimdale, that wouldn't work for Grimdale. I'm fairly confident Dust can make that. But okay, Grimdale has a 10-foot pole. Could I pole vault that?
How about this? If you want to pole vault, you have to make the same check, but I'll give you a D24 to roll. I'll give you one die. So basically,
right. And then like Grimdale, if he could make that, he could possibly just toss Grimdale some rope, and Grimdale could just like climb to him.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
So yeah, that's what they'll do. So that they quickly go over their plan, and so they'll hop down on the other side, and start making their way towards the back of the tower. I mean, they know they have spider climb for a while yet. So so hopefully their plan is to hit that wall, and hopefully climb up to like a tall window or something. Never take the front door.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see any windows, but you do believe that where that dome is at the top, it looks like this balcony. So you have to climb the whole way up, basically. As far as you can tell. When you get closer, you can check it out. So you're coming through the woods. Whoever has the best luck, make a luck check. So try to roll under your luck.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 6. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
13 is my best.
All right, so you're creeping through, and out of the corner of your eye, whoever that has the best luck, sees like branches kind of bend down, like almost like something stepped on it, but you hear no noise. So it gets your attention. You turn and you see the glint of an animal's eyes as a very large lion steps out. It's probably about 20 feet away from you. It opens its mouth and roars, but to absolute silence. So let's roll initiative. You can roll for each of your characters just because.
Okay. D20, right?
D20 plus if you have any initiative bonuses, which is usually agility.
Dust is on a 9. Grimdale is on a 17.
Oh, nice. All right, Grimdale.
What's hilarious is Grimdale is a -2 to initiative. Dust is a +1 to initiative, but Grimdale always seems to get first in initiative somehow.
That's so funny. You actually beat the lion too. The lion had 16. So Grimdale goes first. You see this lion, it's about 20 feet away from you. It opens its mouth and roars, but you hear absolutely no sound.
Okay, Grimdale. I guess this turn, the first thing Grimdale is going to think to do is try to cast a spell. Is he able to speak?
Yes, you can speak.
Okay, cool. So he can actually speak. Great. Grimdale is going to attempt to cast rope work, and he's going to attempt to tie this lion down.
Okay.
So I rolled a 12 plus 8 is a 20.
Nice. So rope work 20. The caster summons a rope as above, so a rope comes out of there. Using an existing rope or summon one, he can command the rope to rise into the air. The rope can rise straight up at an angle, hang in the air horizontally. It does not need to be anchored. It will support up to 400 pounds of weight without anchoring. Rope can climb. Rope remains visual. Okay, yeah, you need to get which you can burn luck if you want to do this. The next one up allows you to lift a target in the air, so I'd say that's what you'd have to hit if you want to. If you want to tie something up.
How much luck
one below it. You need a 24, and you rolled a large 20, so you need 4 points, which is a lot. But
I'll do it. I mean, I have 13, so I kind of have the luck.
Okay.
And it seems like a good time to. I mean, we're doing so good right now. I don't want to, like suddenly everything goes terrible. So
okay. So it says, okay, so this one caster summons a rope above using system blah blah. You can lift the target in the air. The rope loops itself around the legs and waist of target. Lifts the target to whatever height is indicated as long as the base of the rope still touches the ground. The rope can lift the target, weighs up to 400 pounds. I don't know how much a lion weighs. Let's Google that.
not 400 pounds.
I think. I don't know.
200,
Actually, you think only 200 pounds for a lion?
220, something like that. Let's see.
Much. That's really funny. So I'm doing how much does a lion?
A male lion can
male
actually weigh up to 420 pounds, and a female
Okay, so
280.
okay, and this is a big line. But what I'll do just to be DCC-ish, let's roll your luck, your new luck, of course. So roll a d20 under your luck and see if you can actually get it on the ground. No matter what, you're wrapping the rope around it, but whether or not it goes on the ground.
I rolled a 12, which would have been perfect for my.
Okay, so it can't quite lift it because it's too heavy, but the rope is wrapped around it, around its waist and around its legs. And what I'll say that you can do if you want, because you can do this at lower levels, is you can control the end of the rope to tie onto things. So if you want to like tie it to a tree or something like that, you could do that and keep the lion at bay, but it's not going up in the air.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so that you're going to do, and
Grimdale casts this spell,
Yep.
and let's see when he casts the spell, a multicolored thread sprout from the ground as if like basically almost looks like the roots themselves come up. They're all like multicolored, like rainbow colored, and they begin to wrap around this lion, and then they begin to wrap around like some of the tree and stuff, trying to hold it back, and they twine together into like this rainbow rope. And as this happens, some of the rainbow coloring effect sort of has this like quick flash, and all of a sudden Grimdell is a woman.
all right.
Of my mercurial effect, it temporarily causes me to transform into the opposite gender for 1 hour per level of spell. So for 1 hour, Grimdell is a woman.
Okay. So you'll spider climb for just slightly less time. When your spider climb wears up.
I also love that it's multicolored threads. So like it's like LGBT rope, and then like my gender gets changed.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, so you tie the line up. It's going to need to make any kind of like I'm going to have it make a strength check in order to try to bust out of the rope. And if it can't, then I'm going to say that it can't move close to you, which means that it cannot harm you at this point. So let's roll for the lion's strength. It's going to be +4. I'm going to make it a DC 15. Oh, all right. I rolled a 17, so 21. So the lion's very strong, but it's going to have to use one of its actions to break through the rope, which it does. It then lunges forward for a bite. So it doesn't have the claw attack anymore because I used to break the rope. So the lion runs forward and is going to attack. Let's see. I will. If the attack die is even, it'll be Dust. If it's an odd, it'll be Grimdale. Let's see. Boom. All right, so it's good. Going after Grimdale. 15 + 4 is 19. So that it's, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay. All right, it's 2d8. Oh, no, the bite does. Hold on. Let's see what the bite does. See, a bite does. Or just losing. Bite. Oh, it bites a d8 +3. So, 9 points.
Ooh.
That's a serious lion bite.
Yeah.
And it
Has a pretty good amount of hit points. I rolled pretty well in the hit points.
nice. And now it's Dust's turn.
Okay. Dust will pull his crossbow from his from his back. I actually have a better strength, but oh well. And what Doug's gonna do, since he has spider climb, he's just gonna like basically walk up the side of one of these trees, like Matrix style, and then he'll point his crossbow at the lion and fire.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see, and my missiles. I don't know. I definitely don't hit. That's like a total of 9.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. The lion's AC is 15. Okay, we're back to Grimdale. You find yourself, with a lion fighting into you, and also you probably gasp, as you're being bitten, and you do not hear your own voice.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow.
Oh, and you miss with the missile, right? It says a 50% chance that you hit your friend.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let's roll.
100.
No, I rolled it. You didn't. I rolled 76. You're good.
Okay. Wow. So I can't cast spells if I'm silent. Wow. Okay. So, is he holding me with his jaws or anything?
No, he's just like right next to you, basically.
Okay, then Grimdale is also going to take off up one of these trees, and if the lion gets an opportunity attack, he'll still do it.
Okay, yeah, because it will. All right, it's going to swing at you with its makes sense when it swings at you with its paw, which it does, and that rolls a 10 plus. So lion's attack.
Oh, you hit me with a 10. My armor class is only 9 on Grimdale.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, then it hits. That yeah. All right, but the claw only does a d6. So let's see, d6. 3 points.
Ow. Okay.
Okay, and now it's actually the lion's turn. So you both went up trees.
Can I not do anything else other than run up the tree?
Oh yeah, sure again. Sorry. Oh yeah, so you run away. Once you're a few feet away, about maybe 5 feet away, you can hear yourself again.
Oh, cool.
So
well, I don't know of a spell I can cast at this moment. I mean, I could do like magic missile or something. Sorry, I'm kind of eating, starving. But I don't think it's going to do as much good. Grimdale is just going to pull out his longbow, and he'll pop an arrow at this thing. Okay. 10. Yeah, he misses.
Okay. Yeah, the arrow flies past the lion, who then looks at you angrily. Yeah, I mean, you're in trees. Let's see. The lion is going to kind of circle the trees, apparently growling, but you cannot see. It doesn't make any sound. It doesn't try to climb the tree. It's just kind of circling around right now, and then it's on Dust's turn.
Okay. What Dust is going to do, he is going to, he's going to take out his, one of his oil flasks, and he's going to start, let's see, he'll take one of his small sacks, and he'll tear the small sack, and he's going to start preparing basically like a Molotov.
Okay.
I don't know how he's going to light it at this moment, but I'll have to figure that out in a minute.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. What about Grimdale? What do you want to do? Back around to you. You're up in the tree. The lion's kind of circling.
Let's see. Grimdale looks over to Dust and sees what he's doing. Oh, I know. Can he use cantrip to attempt to light Dust Molotov?
Yeah, I don't why not. Let's see. Create simple visual effect. Let's see. Can you do? kinetic effect. So that'd be, no, that's moving. Dangerous. I think you're probably going to need probably a 20 though. But yes, you can.
Okay, well, he's going to attempt it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3, so that's a total of 11.
Okay. That's actually lost/failure.
Okay.
So you're going to lose a cantrip for the day.
Okay. I'll put
At least it's not a misfire.
yeah, that's true. I'll put a little X here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and the lion is still. Let me see. It feels like it's got you, but it's not attacking. It's not going to try to climb the tree. Use the crawler. Make it a little random for myself. Here. It's not. It's because Grimdale got bitten and he's probably bleeding a little bit. It's like circling around that tree because it can smell the blood, but it's not heading up there yet.
Mm.
So
Okay.
Dusk can do what he needs to do. Dusk's turn.
Man, lighting a Molotov using flint and steel would be rather difficult.
Yeah, it's probably not the easiest thing to do, but it's definitely possible. I mean, you're a high-level adventurer. I think you can probably do it.
Yeah.
I'll say you can do it if you spend your whole turn doing it. I mean, you could probably take the piece of the rag that's soaked in oil, put it lay it across a branch, and keep flacking until you get the little bit of rag lit, and then touch the other rag with it. Like
Yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. You can do that. You can light it up. I mean, the lion is basically not going to chase you up the tree, so I mean, it's not really going to, right this second, but you can just do what you got to do. So even though we're in initiative, you can just do what you got to do.
Can he throw it this turn, or can he only light it?
Go ahead. You can throw it. I mean, because basically unless Grimdale wants to do something else, because they're basically just the lion's going to just keep holding pattern for now until
No. Yeah. Will, you said that these woods were like dead, right?
No, the woods are alive. But they basically end abruptly in the sand. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So he'll go ahead and try and hit this lion, but if he can't, I just dropped my D20. But if he can't, then he'll at least try and get close enough, and hopefully the fire will scare the lion away. Is the hope here? So I'm just gonna open up my my app because I have a cat on my leg, and I can't disturb my cat to get the D20. I rolled a 7.
Okay. All right. A total?
Yeah. Well, let's see. I got a +3 on missile attacks.
Okay. All right. Good. I was going to say you need to get at least a 10 to get it close to it, or a 15 would hit it dead on. So you throw it. It slams on the ground. Let me do this. I'm going to do a morale check here. It's fire. It's going to scare an animal probably. The lion. The fire starts up. Splashes into the lion. It reacts to it soundlessly, and then starts to back away. And then kind of like circles a little bit, and then moves off into the woods. So you think it's cleared out, at least for a little bit, and the oil's burning down, of course.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's going to alert all the guards. So Dust will say, "Quickly to the tower," and he'll run down the tree and begin, running towards the building.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely can. See if you encounter another one.
And Grim will follow after.
Okay. Yeah, you run to the edge of the forest, and you can see that the garden forest. You can see that as soon as you get close, you see that sand, and sure enough, it's basically sand. It's very, very fine. If you were to get down, and kind of look at it, or poke with a pole or whatever, it's super fine sand, and it's almost white in color, as opposed to the more warm colored sand.
Okay. All right. Dust is gonna attempt to pole vault across it. So that's a D24 +2, right?
Yep. Try to get a 15.
I rolled a 13, and I get a +2 due to strength.
Perfect. All right, yeah. So you're able to bolt across.
Yeah,
Just
just barely too. Like it's like he's like pretty sure he's not gonna make it. He's like, oh, and it's just his fingers like scrape the side, and then his whole body just like splats into the building.
nice, nice. Yeah, so you're stuck on the side with the spider climb, no problem. The pole falls into the sand, of course.
Yeah. And then Dust will quickly, after his heartbeat is like just rushing in his chest, he'll quickly grab the rope from the side of his backpack and toss some down to Grim, and Grimdale will now begin to climb. She's not as a female.
Right. You're going to go up higher so you can create an angle, or is Grimdale going to walk across the sand to get to the thing to climb?
No, yeah. Dust will like tie the rope around his waist, and then he's gonna just like run up because like I forgot he didn't have to crawl on all fours, so he's just gonna like get to his feet and like run up the side of the tower, and then he'll like tie the rope around his waist and like use himself kind of to like anchor, and hopefully Grim can pull herself up like that. All she's got to really do is like kind of swing across.
Swing. Yeah, that should be easy. There's a lot going on there, so let's make it a roll just because. But I'll just say just a DC 5 strength for Grim, and you got it.
On a 20?
D20. Yeah.
Rolled an 8, and
Perfect.
I have a -1 strength, so
Okay.
7.
I'm like, but you have -8.
Mhm.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you make it. You're able to swing across, and successfully. Of course, once you get to the wall, you can climb up. Even though you might be like a little bit weaker for climbing, you're not really climbing as noted. You can kind of just walk basically up the side of the mountain.
Yeah. So she gets to her feet and begins to walk as well.
Perfect. All right, so let's see. Going to the top. Let's go to the top tower below. All right, so you go. It's about 150 feet, and then you go. We're looking at the climb map, so I can see where you go over. So you're going to get it at 5. Right. 5, 2. Let's go back here. You just jumped all the levels to the top, so it's good. Very nice. Okay, so you climb up onto basically what is a terrace area. So you've got like you come to the top of the tower, kind of goes out a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You can just like walk normally upside down or whatever, and you kind of just go around it, and you're in that kind of mushroom top part. You come up over the edge, you're in a terraced area. It's about 10 feet wide. It goes all around the whole tower. And then, of course, the tower itself in the center is there, silver, and you do see a door. There's basically a door. That's the only way you can see to go in. Climbing all the way to the very, very top of it, you can do that as well.
Once we get up and over and everything, before we check out the door, Dust wants to like look down at the ground. Did the guard seem to have been alerted at all?
So you can see all areas. You can just walk around the whole thing. Go ahead and roll a luck check. So roll a d20 under your luck. Did you get it?
I didn't mean to mute myself. I rolled an 11 and my luck is a 10.
Okay, so you don't see anybody. So you don't think so?
That's good. Yeah. Good. All right. Nobody seems to have been alerted. All right. So yeah. So there's absolutely no reason in the world this door should be trapped. So Dust is simply going to open it.
Okay.
Like, if this door is trapped, this wizard was very, very precautious.
Random sharing. Hold on. Let me see what this door says. Oh, the door. The door is locked.
Okay. That's no problem. I got these tools. Dust will proceed to pick it. Well, before Dust picks it, actually, Dust will say, you know what? I got the tools. I'm fairly sure I could probably pick this open. Shouldn't be a problem. But first, Grim, make sure that there's no kind of magical, shenanigans going on with it.
Okay. Do you have like detect magic or anything, or are you just gonna kind of just look?
I don't think I have a detect magic. Let me make sure. Just make sure. No. He's just gonna kind of look.
Each one.
Okay. Add his intelligence.
Sure. That makes sense.
No, stop, computer. Total of 7.
7. Okay.
Nope, absolutely no magic here, mate.
Yeah, you don't see.
I trust
anything.
you totally. And with that, Dust will begin to pick the lock.
Okay. So you're gonna need a DC 18 to pick it. It's pretty hardcore lock.
Let's see. What is my pick lock? Stop. My computer's starting to act weird for some reason. I don't know. It's just being weird. All right, 6. I get a plus 6. 18 total. I rolled a 12.
Okay. Nice.
And this was 6.
Perfect. That's exactly what you needed. All right, cool. So you're able to pick lock. Actually, as you're picking it,
Again, it's like just barely. Like it's like he's just about to break it, and then like just some simple luck thing where he twists it, and then it just like pops open.
yeah, exactly. And you actually see as you kind of pull your pick out, or maybe as you unlock it, Gravdale notices. She notices that there's almost like a glow about the door that happens for like a second and then kind of fades away, almost like an enchantment was on the door, but now it is no longer there. That seal's been broken. And I'm assuming you pull the door open.
Yeah, she's totally not saying anything about that. Oops.
Okay. So it's a massive set of double doors. You pull it open. Let's see. There are no chairs or tables in the chamber. I don't know why it points that out, but anyways, only 3 or 4 silken couches, embroidered with gold and worked in strange serpentine designs, and several silver-bound mahogany chests. Some are sealed with heavy golden locks, others lay open, their carven lids thrown back, revealing heaps of jewels and careless riot of splendor to your astounded eyes. There's 2 sets of stairs here, by the way. There's stairs going down and up. And besides that, you got some beautiful couches, some mahogany chests, and a ton of treasure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the big thing we can grab that on the way out. The big thing we're here for is the big gym. So, Dust will signal for Grim to wait at the bottom of the stairs, and he's going to sneak his way up the stairs. See what's up there. But they can grab treasure on the way out.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so you move forward. Go ahead and make a check against your luck to see if you're surprised.
Okay, great. Dust?
Dust, yeah, who's walking in there? Yeah.
Okay, 9 out of 10.
Okay, cool. You are not surprised, so you can roll initiative as a spider that was on the ceiling drops down in your path as you are approaching the stairs.
Look, I'm not Tony, Daniel. Okay.
This was Tony's name. Okay, the spider's got 13.
All right. So Dust is on a 16,
Right.
and no 17.
Okay.
And wait, hold on. Let me check again. Sorry, I just rolled and then I added my head, but I want to make sure. Initiative is +1, so it is a 16. Grimdell is a -2. Okay. And Grimdell is on a 5.
Oh, all right. Reverse.
For
Last
once,
time.
they're actually in the proper.
Okay, so this spider starts to
It
drop
must
down.
be because Grimdell's a woman. She's got her mind on girl things now.
So yeah, exactly. You're walking towards the stairs, and this giant spider. It doesn't time itself properly. Clearly it's trying to pounce down on top of you, but it lands, in front of you instead. It's about the size of a large dog. Yeah. So what would you like to do?
Okay. Well, it's gonna land in front of Dust, I assume.
Yep. Find Dust.
So yeah, Dust will pull his longsword and say, "Hey, I'm not Tony," and then slice at it.
Good for it.
Let's see. My melee bonus is a +4. Okay. No, 9 total. Man, I can't
No.
today.
Yeah, that does not hit, as you may have guessed.
Yeah.
It bounces off the 9. It probably doesn't even hit the spider at all. It just dodges out of the way quickly. It is down to the spider's turn, and it lunges forward at you with its spider speed, and it gets only one attack. It's 5. Let's see. Oh my God! It fumbled.
Yes.
Oh. All right, hold on. I get the fumbles. All right, so it fumbled. It rolled a 1. See, that's because I jumped the gun and I went to the spider poison page instead of the fumble page. So I shouldn't do that. All right, so
Now you're
fumble.
here to kill me, are you?
Exactly. So I thought you were Tony for a second. So I was like, oh, I better go to the poison.
Yeah.
All right, here's the fumbles. Let's see. So I'm gonna give it a. You know what? We'll do this. So check your luck. If you succeed in your luck check, then it will have a higher fumble die.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got a D10. Yeah, which is like perfect luck, really. Like just that midpoint. I rolled 3, so
Nice. All right, so he's gonna have a D10. So he fumbles with the D10. Let me roll it. Where's the D10? There it is. 8. Okay. You accidentally smash your weapon against a solid, unyielding object. Okay, so it's not really using a weapon. So I'll say we're going to say that it smashed its beak or whatever, and I'm going to make it. It's going to have a 1 die lower for its attacks from now on because it's one of its mandibles is smashed. So now it is Grimdell.
all right. Grimdell is going to cast. His badger actually taught him this technique. Wolverine. His Wolverine actually taught him this technique. That Wolverine hasn't actually been around, but I assume it's like Grimdell's backpack or something. Grimdell wants to keep it safe, of course, because if something bad happens, that Wolverine.
Yeah.
So he's going to use magic missile.
Nice.
It manifests as standard, and it's a screaming, clawing eagle when he shoots it from his hand, which
Nice.
is his badger taught it to him.
Nice.
Okay, so I rolled a 12. I got an 8, so that's 20.
Nice. Caster throws 1d4 plus 2 missiles that do damage equal to 1d6 plus caster level each. Each missile can be aimed at a separate target, obviously only one target. The missiles never miss, although they may be blocked. Okay, so it doesn't have any means to block it. So roll a d4 plus 2 to see how many missiles you throw.
D4 plus 2. Rolled a 1, so that's a 3.
Okay, so 3 missiles, and they're going to do a D6 each plus D6 plus caster level each. Oh, that's good. So 3D6 plus. Shit, what level are you? 6?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay, so it's 18. All right.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
3D6 plus 18.
Oh, 3d6 plus 18?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, I rolled 6, 3, and 3. So that's 12 plus 18 is 30.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. This magic missiles slam into this thing, and it basically, one of its legs collapses down. It basically is half, you can see some ichor pouring from it, but it has a little bit of life still in it, and it's dust turn.
Whoa, it's still.
Yeah, it's a giant spider.
Man.
You know why giant spiders don't die that easy?
All right.
That was a pretty badass magic missile.
Yeah, Just is like, well, aren't you a badass? I'll just try and finish this thing then. And he's going to attempt to stab the spider in the face. We'll attempt it because so far.
You can use a D24 for your attack because it's
I can what? Oh, yeah.
You use a D24 because the spider's basically incapacitated.
Okay, nice. I rolled a 10 plus 4 for my. I think it's a plus 4 bonus for my thing. Stop.
All right, it's AC. No, it slams off the creature's hard carapace as a 16 AC. Yeah.
Wow.
Although, hold on. Let me just see. Yeah, it's because the carapace. That's why its AC is so high. So it's still going to be good, even if it's. All right, so it's going to attack you, but it's got. It's actually -2 dice because it's incapacitated and it's because of the fumble. So that's a D14. So it's going after dust because you're right there. Did it just fumble again? No, that was the D7 that fumbled. D14, 8 plus 4 is 12. Does that hit dust?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It bites out at you and it can't quite get its a bite into you with half of a mandible. And we're back to Grimdale.
Nice. All right. Okay. Well. I mean, I guess I could technically magic missile again and finish this thing off, or at least attempt it. I don't see why not do that. Other than I could fail, and then I wouldn't have it. So I'll tell you what. On the potential that I could fail and not have that spell when I need it, Grimdale will just go ahead and pull out his longbow and shoot. Oh wow! And I actually rolled a 19.
Nice.
So 18.
All right. Okay, so do some damage here.
And that's longbows are a D8, right?
Yeah, let's say so. I think
It's a D6.
D6. Okay.
So 1d6. That's 5 points of damage. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, 5 points of damage. Yeah.
5. Yep, that's enough. That's exactly it. 35 is what it had. Okay, so
Nice.
Grimdale, the Slayer of Spiders.
Yeah, for real. So the sword knocks off its carapace, and then an arrow just like right through like where it's like it kind of hisses at dust, and just this arrow just like shoots straight down its throat, and then and Dust kind of looks at Grimdale, and Grimdale is like, "Spiders, I hate them. They always gave me the shivers."
There you go.
And now I'm a woman, so like I'm extra terrified of them. So, because women are always terrified of spiders, right?
I don't know. I guess so. Unless they like spiders.
Grimdale is apparently a sexist and believes.
Yeah. Unless you're, Mary Jane, right? Because you like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Okay. So you got this room full of treasure, stairs going down, dead spider, stairs going up.
Yeah. So yeah, Dust is going to again attempt to sneak up those stairs.
Okay.
Because again, they're after that. They're after the one big gem right now, and they haven't seen it yet, right?
No, you haven't seen anything.
Since that that it's most likely in the up position. So
Okay.
Dust will sneak. Will begin to sneak. Or I'll tell you what, my climb is still on.
Yep.
Rather than sneak up the stairs, could I like? Are the stairs designed in such a way that he could sneak up the wall and like walk on the ceiling, where you wouldn't expect to see him? Because like if you're looking at the stairs, right, you expect to see someone come up the stairs. Can he walk on the ceiling in such a way that he could peek up where you wouldn't expect to see him?
I mean, not really. You can walk up the wall. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But because it's like in a hallway, like not really. A little bit. I mean, yeah. I'll say that if you want to sneak on the wall, I'll give you the next level up die, so you could roll a d24 for your sneak instead of your d20.
All right, sounds good to me. I'll take what I can get. So yeah, having the spider climb, I mean that it really opens up like how much
Yeah.
what you can do. So that's a lot of fun. And I rolled a 9 plus 6 is a total of 15.
Okay, yeah. So you're sneaking up on the wall and kind of moving up into the ceiling, and you come up into a small room. It's maybe like 15 foot by 15 foot. The room itself is more or less empty, but there is a lot of doors. From where the stairs are. Let's say the stairs on the. We're just gonna say for location reasons. We'll say the stairs that you're coming through. You're coming up on the center of the north wall. There's a door on the center of the south wall. There's a door on the east wall. There's a door on the west wall, and then also as you peek your head inside, there's 2 other doors on the north wall, like kind of from either side of the staircase. So you've got a total of 5 doors in here.
Okay. So Dust will give their all clear signal, which would be something somewhat silent that wouldn't alert guards or whatever.
Okay.
And Grimdell will begin to make his way up. Okay. So there are 5 doors. Do any of them look special? I mean, are they all look the same? What do they look like?
They're not the big heavy duty doors like you've seen, like what you came through to get into this place. Like they're not exterior doors or like heavily banded with metal or anything. They all look pretty much the same.
Is there a gap under them? Could Dust use his mirror to like get a look under them and see what's on the other side?
Sure. Roll luck to see if you can get.
I keep forgetting that I dropped my D20 earlier. I rolled a 10, perfect, which is exactly what my luck is.
All right, yeah. I mean, you can definitely get a little bit of a hint of what's under, from the door. You can't actually. What I was going to do was how much you succeeded by, is how many doors had space. So, since you actually succeeded by 0, I'll give you 1 though. Pick a door, and I'll tell you what's behind it. So you got the 2 north doors, and then you got east, west, and south.
I'm gonna say south because, like, I would think that maybe the gym would be hidden behind the furthest door.
Makes sense. All right, so that is that. This.
I think that'd be the first door I'd go for.
Okay. Yes, you move silently across the room. Get down low at the door where you see some space, and you slide the mirror underneath so you can see into this room. It's dark in there, but as you kind of start to see stuff in the edge of the mirror, you can see that there's some glow, and they look like it's from various types of beakers and containers, and you can see some bubbling liquids on a table. You've been around long enough, and around your partner is a wizard, so you probably have a general idea that this looks like something like some kind of a laboratory.
All right. Yeah. Dust will sneak back across and tell Grimdale, like, yeah, it's like some kind of laboratory over there. That's probably not exactly what we're looking for, though. It could always lead to what we're looking for. Dust will agree. It's definitely something he'd like to pick out, but they are in this other wizard's tower, and they're not too keen to run into this wizard necessarily. So, Dust. So before they go there, let's see. One on the east, one on the west, and then there's two more to the north.
That's right.
All right, but all those they all seem fairly secure, so can't really get Yara under there. There's another staircase.
Yeah, you can go further. You can go down further. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking behind one of these doors could be another staircase, which could go up further. Sometimes there are staircases behind doors. But where would I put a staircase? North. There are two north doors. It would make sense to put a staircase right on the other side. So, I would think as soon as I come up that first north door, if I were designing a tower, most likely I'd put a staircase there because that makes sense design wise. So Dust is going to listen through that door and see if he can hear anything.
So which one? As you're coming up the stairs, do you want to go to the one that's on the right hand side of you or the left hand side? So basically, that would be west or east?
Just as soon as he comes up, is there a door as soon as he comes up the stairs?
When you come up into the stairs into the room, if you were to look to your left, there's a door, and if you look to your right, there's a door. They're right next to it. They're the same distance away from the staircase.
Okay, yeah. Let's left.
Okay.
Whichever one's closer to the stairs, basically, is what I'm trying to go for.
Yeah, they're literally right next to it. So left would be east. Okay, so you listen.
You want to listen? Do I need to do a roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make a d20 roll. You can modify it by your luck.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. You hear nothing.
Just the sounds of wind and this little. I don't know. Maybe that spider still got me jittery. I can't focus well enough, but I'll go ahead and try the door. Dust will go ahead and slowly, he's gonna grab the doorknob, very lightly grab the doorknob and twist just barely to see if it's unlocked.
It is, yeah.
All right, so he will very carefully push it. Does it open in or out?
I would think we have to open it out. So I'm looking at it, yeah.
All right.
So, out meaning from the room. So basically, if you grab the door, you have to put towards you to get to open it.
All right. So he'll stand by the wall or whatever, and very carefully pull it towards him a little bit, just enough to kind of crack it so he can kind of see in.
Okay. You take a peek in. It looks like it's got some shelves in there, and on the shelves you see supplies such as candles. You see lengths of chain, box with some chalk in it. You see stacks of paper and parchments, oils. You see ink. You see some clothes and some blankets. Basically, all neatly folded like a storage room.
Nice. Okay. Not so bad. He'll kind of open it up and just be like, "Yeah, is there anything in here you need?" And Grim will take a quick look around. No, he's got quills and pink, and you know what? If there's any paper in there, Grim will go ahead and take some parchment.
Okay, yeah, you can take some.
All right.
There's a bunch. So you can take as much as you want.
Nice. I'm gonna say he'll take 10 parchment. Mark parchment. 10. Okay. So he's got like 10 parchment now.
Nice.
Or even better, is there any kind of like journal in there, like a blank journal?
I'll say yes.
Okay, cool.
Why
Blank.
not? That seems legit.
Yeah, just a little fun little role play element. Never know, I might use these characters again.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to left. Okay, so yeah. So they'll each take whatever supplies they kind of want out of there. Probably nothing much. My thief is like loaded with supplies. I mean, he's prepared for like everything. So the only thing he could use would be a small sack, but I doubt there's a small sack in there.
No, yeah, no sex.
Okay, so all right, so then he'll close that door and he'll go ahead and move to the right door and repeat, crack it open to see, and really can see in there.
Cool. That door
I know exactly what I'm doing.
is that okay?
It says, I'm not going to get caught.
It basically looks about the same, except for this has supplies that are like glassware and stuff, like kind of maybe for the laboratory, but not any chemicals or anything. So it's got like beakers and pipes and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. You know what? Grimdell will take if there are any like empty vials that have like stoppers, he'll take some of those.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say vial empty. I'm gonna say he'll take 2 of them.
Okay.
Oh, I actually already had an empty flask, so I'll just say he'll take 1 more of those. So now he has 2 empty flasks. Okay. Never know. You might run into a strange liquid you need to take a sample of.
Yeah, you never can tell.
Okay. Close that closet again.
Mm-hmm.
No small sacks in there either, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So now we'll move. Dust will move over to the west door again.
West, okay.
Check to see if it's unlocked.
It is not. I mean, yeah, it is locked. It is not locked. So it is unlocked.
Okay. And then he will very carefully open it just a crack, just to be enough to see in there.
All right. So you look in. This looks kind of dark-ish, but somehow there's still like a little bit of light. Maybe there's some phosphorescent plants or something in here giving a kind of an eerie glow. It's mostly full of spider webs, but as you kind of look back past the spider webs, you see there's actually what looks to be a shrine of some sort, covered like within dust and spider webs, probably misused or disused, I should say. And you can see sitting on a pedestal in the middle of the shrine, you see a finely spun, like kind of like a block of amber with something inside of it. It's hard to see from this distance. You can almost think about like a fossil, like an amber with something in it, and it seems to have like a very fine silver like necklace. So it's basically like an amulet. It's sitting on a pedestal, but it's covered. The whole room is covered in spider webs and stuff.
I mean, what's the thing we're after? I mean, would this look like the thing that's been after?
No, I mean, you don't think so, because the thing that you're after is supposedly, like a prized possession of the wizard, and also, quite magical. And this doesn't look like anything, but like you imagine it to be something more. Because Grimdale's definitely heard stories of it being large and glowing, and blah blah. But you can actually do probably Grimdale could do a D20 check, plus int to see if you might know what this is.
I mean, he's not going to move any closer to it. I mean,
that's fine. From where you're at.
Okay. All right. I rolled a 6. That's still an 8.
Yeah, it's too dark and they don't really tell, but you're pretty certain this is not the heart of the elephant.
Okay, so I'm pulling a Tony and closing that door.
Nice. Smart.
I'll move across the room to the opposite door. I
Okay.
think
Last one.
first, so east, I guess.
Yep. The beast.
I'm gonna attempt to slowly crack it open if it's unlocked.
Yeah. You could open it up. You look in and you can see that this particular room, because again, this is like a dome shape up here. This room has what could probably best be described as like skylights. So it's got windows basically, but they're kind of in the ceiling, looking out into the night sky. But they kind of come down far enough down the dome that you can actually see into the or out over the city a little bit as well, or the country. There's Yeah, I mean, Grimdale's a high enough level wizard that you would know what they are. There's basically about a half dozen telescopes, for lack of a better word, set up in various angles, and there's some notes and stuff, like scratched and talk on the wall that seem to be, they seem to be like mathematical formulas.
Okay. How big are these telescopes?
They're not huge. I mean, you could carry one, but you probably couldn't carry two.
Okay.
And if you were carrying it,
they're not like spy glasses, basically.
no, they're telescopes.
Oh man,
They're definitely you would
But
probably
telescope.
imagine that they're for looking at something that's very far away. Yeah.
I mean, I know that spy glasses. I mean, and my characters would, of course, know as well that a spy glass is worth a lot of money. And I mean, a telescope is basically just like a bigger spyglass, right?
Yeah, to somebody who doesn't really know any better. I mean, it's more than that, right? Telescope
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much a spyglass. Well, let's see. I'm trying to find real quick in equipment if there's spyglass. I'm not seeing it, but I know.
Yeah.
But like meta knowledge, I know that in like other games, these things can be expensive as crap. Like they're like 250 silver in Lamentations. They're like 1,000 gold and like in some of the D&D games. So therefore, I'm sure my characters would know that a spyglass would be worth like a lot of money.
Yeah, the telescopes are definitely worth a lot. They are big and bulky. You would probably imagine. I mean, if you took the time to pick through it, that you could probably find jewels in the room below that are more valuable, or at least as valuable, that you could probably put in your pocket.
Yeah,
but they're definitely to a wizard, especially they're valuable because they're not easy to get, which was why they're expensive.
Yeah, okay.
They're not expensive because of the materials, but rather what they are. So yeah, they're very valuable to a wizard for sure.
Well, again, we can always come back for that if we're not dead. So Dust promises to help Grimdale get at least one of those out if they live. And Grimdale agrees, and oh man, Grimdale would actually love to probably study that room for a little while. There's like mathematical formulas and shit on the wall. Yeah, definitely an attractive room, but not exactly what we're here for right now. So they'll agree to move on because they're really here for this gem. They got to stay focused. Being high level adventurers, they probably know that the moment you start fucking around, that's when things go bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you also know that you're probably
Grimdale wants to get in that room. She calms herself and is like, "Yes, you're right, Dust. We must continue."
Yeah, and you've got about maybe like 10 to 15 minutes left in the spider climb. You think too? Not that you're using it right this second, but just so you know.
Yeah,
you're pretty much you're roughly an hour into the.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely on our mind. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any other way out of any of these rooms except for the stairs that you came up originally.
Okay. Okay, those windows, can they open?
They are open, actually.
All right. Dust would like to quickly. He's going to quickly go into this room, this telescope room.
Okay.
And he's going to quickly use his spider climb to climb up to this open window and he's gonna tie a rope up at it, and he's gonna let it dangle down, just so they have like a second way out. Hopefully,
Oh,
that
you
way,
want to dangle it like down the side of the tower, all the way to the ground?
if needed, it's just a
Okay.
precaution. It's just gonna be a precaution.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, you can do that.
But then he
Cool.
will leave the room and close the door.
All right, smart. Yeah, so you leave, you set yourself up a little emergency exit, and you're back in that kind of room that has all the doors.
Yeah, and again, I want to make clear that he is closing each door because he doesn't want anyone to know that they've been there. Hopefully, well, I mean, there's
Okay.
a spider downstairs, but you know,
Yeah, that's
well, maybe it just fell and landed like that.
but landed with an arrow in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so so he'll quickly make his way over to the other to the last door, and yeah, that one he will
No,
open.
that's it. That was the last door.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I meant the one he already looked under with his mirror.
Oh, that one. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that seems to be the best bet as far as where to go. So yeah, he'll go ahead and see if that door is unlocked, and again open it.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay, so
When you look in, you're now you got a better view of it. You definitely see this is some kind of a laboratory. It's got tables spread out along the walls. There's small like oil burners that are throwing light around. This is how you kind of able to see, and some bubbling liquids going through various copper tubes and stuff. You would imagine. I don't. You probably do. You have the spell make potion?
no.
Okay, so you don't really understand any of it, but you kind of probably get the idea that it's a potion making facility. You just would not operate it yet without the spell.
All right, cool.
The scariest thing about it was this one.
Is there anything else in this room?
Robes and challenge.
No, there's no windows and no other way out. There's just the tables and the alchemist.
Are there any vials that look like they could be potions?
Yeah, there are actually. You got like a rack at the end that has a few different colorful mixtures.
All right. So you know what? At this point, fuck it. This is our plan. Are there any books in here?
There are no books.
No,
no. Yeah, there are books in here. You've got some notebooks. Again, they're not spell books. They just seem to have various lists of ingredients and it would take time to read them, but you imagine that they have something to do with the laboratory.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So at this point, they don't know where that gym is. Spider-Man is going to wear off. And getting out of here with lots of gold and some possible potions and maybe some knowledge would be much better than getting out of here with nothing. So even if they can't steal the gem, they're going to come to the agreement. Let's just grab as much shit as we can and get the frick out of here. So Dust will grab those vials and he's going to secure those. And Grimdale is going to grab as many notes as she can out of here, like maybe a few journals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just some stuff like that. And assuming nothing happens while they're doing that, they'll go back to the telescope room to grab one of the telescopes. Grimdale will also grab some journals and notes out of there.
All right.
Again, if nothing is happening, they'll make their way back down to the treasure room.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that if you were to take all the time to do this, your spider clim's going to wear off. It's just looting the laboratory is going to take 10 minutes. So I mean, you can always cast it again, clearly, or whatever, use ropes to get down, but you won't be able to get all this stuff and get out of here. Not using the spider climb, anyways.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're still going to get through this one. I mean, this is.
Yeah, I mean, you can do all that. You're just either going to have to make a climb check when you leave, or cast spider climb again before you go.
Yeah,
you didn't lose it.
We'll try to go with spider climb again before we go.
Okay.
That's what we're going to try and do. So,
all right. I mean, what I'll say is this: the telescopes are pretty big. So if somebody were to carry the telescope, That's probably more or less the only thing they'd be able to carry. But that plus a little bit of stuff. But the other person could probably throw some books and stuff in a backpack, and then if I'm assuming you pick up some gems and stuff now, you definitely could do that. Yeah. You're gonna get probably like half a backpack full of gems and then half full of books. And
Yeah,
then,
I'm gonna say,
the telescope.
you know what? I mean, oh shit, how much would a telescope be worth? Because it might just be better just to grab a bunch of treasure and knowledge. Yeah, Grimdale will just grab a bunch of treasure and some journals and stuff like that. Journals of knowledge that she'll be able to use. And then we'll just grab as much treasure as we can.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you could definitely shove without like risking anything and like opening, any of the locked boxes up there. If you just want to loot the treasure that's open to the sky, you can easily fill 2 backpacks without even putting a dent in it, and that's just grabbing like stuff that looks crazy valuable, like diamond necklaces and that kind of stuff.
And Dust also has a large sack and a small sack, so
yeah. So I mean, you can basically load yourself up with whatever an encumbered person could carry, whatever that ends up being.
I'm also going to say Dust grab that rope back from the telescope rooms because they're going to need it.
Okay.
Most likely. And Grimdale was going to attempt to cast Spider Climb again as they're about to try and leave. So hopefully good things will happen. Okay, I'll roll really good.
I mean, you can spell burn if you want.
So,
well, remember that you can spell burn if you want. Yeah.
But I don't have to spell burn now, right?
You have to choose before you cast. Yeah.
Okay. How does spell?
You have to do it before. Basically, you sacrifice stamina, agility, or strength on a point-for-point basis. It increases your roll. You get them back at 1 point per day, but of course, obviously, for the rest of the adventure, you'll be lower. So if you were to take, let's say, 3 points of your strength would drop by 3, and you would have 3 more points to your roll.
All right. What's the lowest you can go before you take a negative ability modifier?
I think 7, but let me just check. I think 7 is negative. I should say so. Probably 8.
Yeah, 7 is -1.
Yeah, it might be 8 though. Let me just check. Let me look. Sorry, PDF. I didn't bring my book with me because I'm traveling. Let's see. Full Snoop. Chapter 1, characters. Story scores. Let's see. -1 is at an 8, so 9 would be the lowest.
Okay. So, all right. So I could burn 5 points of stamina on Grimdale, and I would lose 6 points of health for doing that. But that'd give me a plus 13 to my roll.
Which is, very good.
All right, yeah, he's gonna do it. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to roll on the random spell burn effect, or do you want to say how you do it? You're supposed to hurt yourself or something to do it. Do you want to roll play that? Or do you want to roll to see how you do it?
I'll go ahead and roll. What do I need to roll?
Okay, let's see. Where's the spell burn table? It's a D24.
Okay. 19.
19. The wizard begins muttering under her. I guess actually you're probably back to male again because it's been under his breath, repeating the name of the entity that has aided him. He can't stop. So you basically that's it. Oh, so all you're doing you're babbling. That's all it is. That's easy. That's not major. Okay, so yeah, that's probably why your stamina is low because you're out of breath because you can't stop saying this name. So we'll say for roll a d6 that many hours. We'll say.
1.
Okay, so for the next hour, you're basically saying the some kind of magical word over and over again.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. Yeah.
So they do that.
Yeah.
And so then they're gonna roll with a plus 13 to their bonus.
Yeah, just a roll 1.
And I rolled a 19. Oh my!
Holy shit! Oh, well, wow, 19, huh?
That's both terrible and amazing at the same time.
So plus 13, that's 30.
That's a 32.
Actually, you're right at the very top. For the next day, the caster and all of his allies within 20 feet gain all the abilities of Spider. First, those affected can climb as natural ability, hang upside down, climb vertical surfaces just like before. Move on any surfaces, regardless of handholds. Second, the recipients of the spell can launch sticky spider webs that can ensnare enemies. This counts as a ranged attack. So you're basically like Spider-Man for the next day. You and all your allies within 20 feet.
Perfect. We load up on all the treasure we can. And yeah, we're out of here, baby. We are like Belle is running down the side, muttering her magic word. And they're just like running down. And like when they get to like where the web is, they just like squirt at a tree and like freaking Spider-Man over.
Nice. Oh my God, this is like an amazing result. So let me read the whole thing. It's so crazy. So you can launch sticky spider webs. It can ensnare enemies. It counts as a ranged attack with an additional +4 bonus with 50-foot range. Targets are unable to move or take any action until they can make a DC 16 strength or agility check. Finally, the melee attacks for those benefiting from the spell carry a poison. Any wound inflicted also imposes a DC 16 fort save, or the target takes additional D6 damage and loses D4 points of strength. Holy crap. Yeah, you definitely want to swipe Spellburn and Spider Climb. Yeah, I will say that being that you're like spider people, you could probably get out no problem. We won't even see the lines again, and you successfully get away. You probably leave the town at night, being maybe a little bit shamed that you didn't successfully steal the jewels. But you do, rumors come back on the wind, though, that everybody else who bragged that said they were going to steal them never was seen again. And they died.
Well, let me tell you something. If it's like we enter the tavern and it's like, oh, you didn't manage to get the big gem you bragged you were gonna, get ha ha ha. Dust just like plops the large bag of like gold and gems on the table, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I got anything to be ashamed of, buddy.
Yes. So yeah, so you spend your money wildly and become the toast of the town, and then seemingly you start to notice every day when you wake up, you're a little bit more tired from these nightmares that you've been having about spiders. No, I'm just messing with you. That was good. You did it. You didn't succeed in getting the gem, but you got a ton of treasure, which is probably very smart.
Funny thing is, the other alternative idea I had was like, I'm gonna spider climb up to the roof and just like start picking the gems off the top of the mushroom thing.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Really good. All right, let me stop the broadcast. You did good.
That's probably gonna be the best result like ever.
Yeah, it was.
Like I got